told my husband he wasn't giving up his place in the delivery room so his infertile brother could experience my childbirth. My brother-in-law is 37. His wife is 35. They tried for years to have a baby. I mean, years. Every treatment, every hope, every crushing disappointment. Eventually, they stopped trying. I understood that. I felt for them. But then something shifted. They started living like they had a child anyway. They set up a nursery in their spare room, painted it yellow, bought a crib, hung little animal decals on the walls. They bought baby clothes, tiny shoes, toys still in packages. They started showing up to elementary school concerts and playground events in our neighborhood just to be around the energy of children. They've since taken the nursery down, but the rest continued. When I got pregnant, I thought they'd keep some distance, give themselves space to grieve in private. I was wrong. The questions started immediately. What does it feel like when the baby moves? How bad is the nausea? What do you crave? At first I answered. I wanted to be kind, but the questions didn't stop. They came every time we saw them. Every family dinner, every text thread. My sister-in-law would rest her hand on my belly without asking. My brother-in-law would lean in close when I talked about doctor's appointments, like he was taking notes. I felt invasive, but I smiled. I told myself they were just trying to cope. Then, at 7 months pregnant, they asked if they could be in the delivery room. I was sitting on their couch when they brought it up. My husband was in the kitchen grabbing drinks. My sister-in-law looked at me with this hopeful, almost desperate expression and said, "We were thinking, since we'll never get to experience childbirth ourselves, maybe we could be there with you, just to feel what it's like." I blinked. In the delivery room, just to witness it. My brother-in-law added quickly, "We wouldn't get in the way. We just want to be part of something so beautiful, something we'll never have." I said no, calmly, firmly. I told them I appreciated their interest, but that I needed the delivery room to be private, just me and my husband. They nodded, but I could see the disappointment on their faces. I thought that was the end of it. 2 days later, my husband sat me down. He had this sheepish look, like he was about to tell me he'd scratched the car. "So," he said slowly, "I told my brother he and his wife could take my spot in the delivery room." I stared at him. "You what? Just hear me out. You gave away your place without asking me?" He held up his hands. I thought about it, and honestly, I'll be there for all the stuff that matters after. But this one moment, it could mean everything to them. It's a gift we can give. I felt my chest tighten. "That's not your gift to give. It's my child too, and my body." We argued for an hour. He kept saying I was being unreasonable, that this was a small sacrifice, that his brother and sister-in-law were suffering, and I had the power to help them heal. I refused. I told him I wanted him there, the father of my child, not spectators trying to live vicariously through my pain. He sulked, but I thought he'd dropped it. Then they showed up at our house. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law came over 3 days later, unannounced. My husband let them in. They sat across from me in the living room, both of them leaning forward with this earnest, pleading energy. "We just want to talk," my sister-in-law said softly. I folded my arms. "I already said no." "We know," my brother-in-law said, "but we're asking you to reconsider. This isn't just about us wanting to see a birth. It's about closure. We've been in so much pain, and this could help us process everything we've lost. Therapy can help you process," I said. My sister-in-law's eyes filled with tears. "You don't understand what it's like." "You're right, I don't, but that doesn't mean I owe you this." "We're not saying you owe us," my brother-in-law said. "We're asking, as family." I felt the anger rising. "And I'm saying no, as the person giving birth." "Why are you being so selfish?" my sister-in-law whispered. That's when I snapped. "Your fertility problems are not my fault," I said. My voice was louder than I intended. "I'm sorry you're struggling, I really am, but my delivery room is not your therapy session. You need professional help, not a front row seat to my labor." My sister-in-law started crying. My brother-in-law stood up, his face red. "Jesus Christ, we're just asking for one moment. And I'm telling you no, there's nothing to think about. My mind is made up." They left. My husband stood in the doorway, staring at me like I'd just committed an unforgivable sin. Then he started yelling. He told me I was cruel, dismissive, that his brother and sister-in-law were grieving and I had just torn them apart. He said I didn't understand what it meant to be family, that I was prioritizing my own comfort over their healing. "This is my child too," he said again, his voice shaking. "And you're acting like I have no say. You don't get to volunteer my body for someone else's emotional closure." I shot back. He stepped closer. His jaw was tight. "Look me in the eyes," he said, "and tell me you'd be happy ruining my brother's marriage, because that's what you're doing. You could do this one small graceful thing, and you're choosing not to." I felt tears spill over. "I want you there," I said. "The father of my baby, not them. Get over yourself," he said. "Stop being selfish and petty." I didn't respond. He walked out of the room. We haven't spoken since. He told me the silent treatment stays until I say yes. I'm still 7 months pregnant. My body aches. I'm exhausted. And the